for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that, okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that. Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it?
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Man back from a serious knee injury. It's Lamar Miller. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Brady going to find Jones here out of the backfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A gain of 15.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Brady's throw there complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 30 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. The quick slant caught. And he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
The ball carrier.
Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Good. Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Bears nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
David Montgomery.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
26-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They run with Patterson. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Carried by the running back.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Brady. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And all the way up to the 46.
Jones, the ball carrier.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Breaks through the contact. Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
On the carry.
Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And that'll make the score 14-0. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Tony Jefferson on the
tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 20.
2nd and 6. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
Six yards left on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Going deep this time for Miller. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Wait, 20.
On first down, Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of
a good pickup there, 26 yards.
Down, Tampa Bay.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Shotgun now for Brady. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. But now it's third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Again, it's Brady. Flushed out right. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
Good catch there by Mike Evans, and his ability to get downfield and create big plays is something that Tom Brady hasn't had on the perimeter in the last few seasons. Mike Evans often fools defenders with his speed because he's so long. People think he can't be that fast, but he is, and combines it with terrific hands and makes big catches.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Return. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes moves and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Trubisky to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Their own 47-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Brady. And first hook up with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
It's a game.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
At the 8.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Brady again. This is caught. Gronkowski. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the route is on here in this 1st half.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Buccaneers.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Number 14.
Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Patterson on the carry. And an precious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
We got to step it up. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike, alert.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Slam. Hey, alert. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check.
Here's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
58, boys, 58, it's Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
nervous. 58, right over there, right over there. Hey, check it. 58, right there.
From the gun, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Wait, 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Able to power through. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Operating from the gun, Brady. He's going deep for and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jaron Brown. His first touchdown on the year. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one.
The kick
and he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Buccaneers 38, Bears nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off for
now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Now a give right side. It's Patterson, and they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
45. Mike, 45.
Now it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Looking to throw again, Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
First down and goal to go.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Trubisky will throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And goal.
Field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and that will extend this big lead.
Bradley Pinion to kick.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Block.
Back to the air. Trubisky after the pick 6. Going up top for Miller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Blue. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Quickly to Gronkowski. That's Kahn. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 19-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Credit the tackle for loss to Robert Quinn.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now on 2nd and 13. Brady, that is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tuck it and run. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. Take 60 license. 60 license. You don't want none. Give it. Pick up the ball.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Jackson on the keeper.
Double time. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 50.
And they take a knee.
Jackson on the keeper.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Tampa Bay, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.